Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another video tutorial after a long time. So thank you for your patience. So in this video, we will learn about presets. Presets are the asset that you can use to save and apply identical property setting across multiple components, your assets, or even project settings window. And you can also use presets to specify your default settings for new components and import setting in the preset manager. So let's jump into practical. I have this empty project available here without any assets. So let's start with some object creation. So for example, I'm gonna go to the light and want to add this directional light. So this add directional light with some default setting. So now I can use preset to save this component setting using this button. You need to click it and you need to save into new file, which will use the preset extension. So before this, I want to change its color so that you should know that its settings are changing, and even I can add 100. It's not make much difference because it's a directional light, and then save it. So let's save the light setting here. So now this setting I've saved, and we go to by default this setting again, and then we can reuse this settings into our light. So what's important in this scenario is that this is not only a single way to use it. It's actually more powerful than your imagination. When I first time see it, I wasn't expecting that this is a big thing. So now see this. If I drag and drop here, it will create a new object with this presets. This is one of the advantage of the preset. Now let me delete this. And another thing is that if I create an empty game object and just drag and drop this, then it will apply the same component in it, and you can change it into any settings. And for example, if you have created a preset, you can exclude any of the property you want. For example, I just don't want to use intensity. I will use the exclude property. And now if I create this time, so it will not use the intensity property. Another major benefit is that you can apply this thing by default on your presets. So for example, let's delete all these lights, and if just add if I just add this light, so it will come with default settings. So now we can do just delete it and go to edit and the project setting, and you need to select this project setting. Here you can add default presets. So it means that whenever you will use a component or an asset or setting, then it will use default setting of it. So let's go to add default, and you can see that there are import setting, and this you can use for different uh, settings like audio and your FPXs to always import with some default setting. You can use it, and I'm using it here, the light. Let's click on the light and just assign it a default preset. So we have already this. Let's close this. Now if I create a new light every time, it will come with default my these settings. And remember that we are not sharing intensity, we are excluding it. This will not be reflected in this setting. Obviously we can deselect it, including the property. And if I delete this and create the light again, you can see that it's appearing with all the settings. Another thing is that if you want to restrict that this setting should be applied to particular light. For example, I have this light which is called a red light. I want to be applied to only the object which names have red. So what I can do is to add red, filter in it or whatever you like it. Now, if I create again the light, for example, additional light, you will see that it will come with default setting because the filter is not matched here. Now, if I create an empty project and add red in it, and then if I create a light object, you will see that it will pick the red light settings from it. So this is a great way you can improve your workflow. It's much powerful. I hope that there are more scenarios to cover, but I don't want to make this video longer. So you need to explore it more. You can add more setting in it. For example, you can add green light, and even you can use uh, some other settings for your custom scripts if you want, and if you want to add some other things in it. So thank you for watching.